What's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today, I'm doing the GOAT of every position in football. Pretty simple concept. I've just gone for, it's just the normal positions. I'm not doing like left wing inverted back or something. But yeah, just normal positions. 11 players, the best in every position. Just my opinion. Obviously, if you just say, "Oh, this player was like," if they're from like earlier than the 90s or 80s, I've probably not seen anything of them. A few of them I have, obviously the obvious ones. A lot of these guys, well, most of these guys I didn't actually watch live, but I've seen things. I've heard things. But yeah, it's just my opinion. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. Starting off with the goalkeeper, I have gone with Gianluigi Buffon. I mean, this guy, the longevity alone is insane. Started off in the 90s at Parma, retired in like 2022 or something, like crazy. Played for almost 30 years. Obviously, in this picture, you see he won the World Cup at Juventus, forever won a billion Serie A's. Italy's main goalkeeper until Donnarumma turned up, basically. But yeah, I just think, I mean, there's a couple other shouts. Could go with Yashin, maybe Casillas, Neuer, but I've gone with Buffon. I think the longevity alone is a good enough reason. Next up at left back, I've gone with Paolo Maldini. Obviously, this guy played left back and centre back, but I feel like left back was his best position, and that seems to be the common opinion. I mean, another just stalwart at AC Milan. Quite a few Italians in this team. Actually, I'm not going to spoil anything, but Maldini, obviously, the longevity at AC Milan, such a solid defense he had alongside like Baresi and AC Milan back in like the 90s. And yeah, I mean, he played there for like almost as long as Buffon. I think he played there. Well, actually, I know he played there. It was 1984 to 2009. So if you do the maths, that's like 25 years. Kind of crazy. 126 games for Italy. It's kind of crazy. Won 5 Champions Leagues, 7 Serie A's. Mental stuff, and I don't think it's it's unpopular opinion to say he's the best left back ever. Obviously, some people would put him at centre back, but I think at left back, especially a position with probably less players, I'm putting him there instead. Next up, the first centre back I've gone with is Franz Beckenbauer. As you can see, obviously he's German. I mean, he didn't kind of like not reinvented, but influenced position, I suppose, the sort of sweeper role as a centre back. Obviously, at Bayern Munich for a while. German West Germany, who's who he played for, because obviously it was separated at that point. But he has actually won the Ballon d'Or, which is kind of crazy. And he's also won the World Cup as a player and a manager. But yeah, I think, to be honest, probably obviously one of the best centre backs ever. And I think that just he literally invented a role as the sweeper. Obviously, West Germany World Cup winner as well. I think I've got to have him in there. Next up, the other centre back is Maldini's teammate at AC Milan, Franco Baresi. Another Italian. I mean, Italy was so stacked at this point, especially in defence, and this was prime Serie A as well. Franco Baresi, another class player. Obviously, he was at AC Milan, not quite the same time as Maldini, about 10 years either sides. They overlapped. Well, they overlapped for about 10 years anyway. But he was a bit older. He won 3 Champions Leagues, 6 Serie A's. Crazy. He won the World Cup with Italy as well in 1982 when he was quite young. Obviously, I mean, the AC Milan season when they just didn't concede any goals is quite famous as well. Obviously, he was there, like the key guy there as well. And I mean, I'm not going to pretend I was like a big Baresi fan. Like this guy played most of his career before I was even born. But I mean, one of the best players of all time, especially in the defender position, and a bit disrespected these days because he has no pace on FIFA, and that's basically it. Next up at right back, I've gone with Cafu, a World Cup winning captain. Obviously, a lot of the great players have won a World Cup. I'm not just picking them because they won the World Cup, but a lot of the great players have. Obviously, at Brazil as well. Probably second greatest fullback ever, you might say, after Maldini, obviously his teammate at AC Milan for a bit. 142 games at Brazil. Kind of crazy. Obviously, if you're playing for Brazil for that long, you're pretty good, especially in that era these days. Anyone can get a game for the Brazil. But I think Cafu definitely the best right back ever. I mean, a bit of an attacking right back, but in this team, if we've got flipping Maldini, Beckenbauer, Baresi, Buffon, and goal, I think we're never conceding. Next up, the first centre mid. This was a 50-50 for me. I've gone with Xavi, but I could have gone with Iniesta. Yeah, I think slightly different plays. Xavi, a bit more sort of defensive. He'll control the game, whereas Iniesta will be the guy to score the last minute goal, sort of push forward a bit more. But Xavi, he'll just control the game for you, play the other team off the park. And that's why I've gone with him, especially in this sort of team I've got. He is going to control everything, let the others do it if they want. But Xavi, crazy longevity as well. And a lot of these guys played for like one main club for their whole career, which is kind of a way to be more successful, I guess, be recognized at that club. And if you're good and doing well, why would you even want to leave that club? But I was at Barcelona for, 17 years? Obviously played a couple years in Qatar, I believe, as well. But yeah, I mean, he was part of the Barca team and he was the captain of it for a lot of the time as well, which is basically means, I mean, you have to be pretty good to be in that team, let alone captain it. Next up, the next midfielder. I've sort of cheated here. I've kind of gone with two attacking mids. I know Zidane. I've gone with Zidane. I know he played a bit further forward sometimes, but I've gone from central midfield. I mean, the game where this photo took place, the maybe the like most like crazy game, not craziest game ever, but weirdest performance ever, I guess. This guy Panenka's a penalty in the World Cup final, then headbutt someone, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, Zidane, crazy player as well, and he just retired after that game as well. Very iconic as well as a manager. Obviously part of the Galacticos, the OG Galacticos. And I mean, he won like World Player of the Year and stuff. I guess Juventus and Real Madrid was sort of his main like clubs. Obviously, he was a world record transfer as well. And I mean, scored a brace 98 World Cup final as well. Won Golden Ball at 2006 World Cup. Like this guy won Golden Ball the World Cup, then just retired. That's kind of crazy to do that. And I mean, yeah, I've got to go with Zidane. Next up, the attacking mid I've gone for is Maradona. I mean, this guy just carried Argentina to a World Cup. He did do the hand of God, but then his other goal that game, it's like the best goal ever. I mean, at Napoli as well, basically just turned the whole city, or the whole team around, the whole city got behind him and loves him for it. And I mean, even at like Boca Juniors and Barca, still great. And I mean, he literally did single-handedly win Argentina a World Cup. So if that's not a good enough reason, I don't know what is. Next up at left wing, I've gone for Cristiano Ronaldo. I know he's played a lot of his career at striker, especially the last sort of 10 years. But in order to fit everyone in, I've put him at left wing. Obviously, he plays the winger at Man U and a bit at Real Madrid as well. And I think, if we're going prime here, prime Ronaldo, probably the best left winger anyway. Obviously, he's probably also one of the best strikers, but to fit the team, I want him at left wing. Putting up crazy numbers at Real Madrid. Ridiculous stuff. He's won 5 Champions Leagues, won the Euros, although he was injured in the final, but he did score goals against Hungary or something. But yeah, I mean, this Ronaldo era in this Real Madrid team as well. They won like three in a row Champions Leagues. That was crazy. Next up, the right wing. I've gone with Messi, another man who's floated about, just kind of roams the pitch because he's Messi. But I've put him at right wing. I mean, he kind of started off there, plays there. Doesn't really play there as much these days. He's getting old, but this guy's got 92 goals in a year. Of course, he's gonna be there. I mean, he's the greatest footballer of all time. If you don't agree with that, you don't know ball. It's an obvious choice. What more do I have to say? Next up front, the man who increases his goal tally every time someone gets close. It is Pele, who obviously, I was just joking, won 3 World Cups as well. I mean, the OG GOAT before Maradona, Ronaldo, Messi came about. I mean, this is like the legend of the early World Cup era. I mean, if you're going to win 3 World Cups, that's crazy. I mean, I know Brazil are good, but like he's won 3 World Cups. And it was at 58, 62, 70. Obviously at Santos as well, scored like 1 billion goals. I mean, it's just what more I have to say. It's just Pele, man. And a lot of people like to discredit the players who played in the olden days, saying if they played now, they wouldn't be as good. But obviously, if they played now, they'd like it's just you can't compare players from different generations. But I have to do that in this video. But I'm just going like basically pound for pound, generation for generation. Obviously, if Pele played exactly how he did back then now, he wouldn't be as good. But if he was around now, then he'd have the like exact same sort of training and whatnot that all these current guys have, which would mean he was just as good. But yeah, I've gone with Pele up front. But yeah, that is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.